Stephanie. If you don't know me, you can get to know me by clicking the About Me link in the description box below. I took the Hesi A2 entrance exam for nursing school back in July of 2019. I took some notes on what helped me and I thought I'd share. The first thing I did when I began to prepare for studying and passing the Hesi A2 exam was I gave myself a date. I gave myself 1 month to study math, English, reading, vocab, all that stuff, to really prepare and do well on this exam. So 1 month, gave myself a date. I really recommend you guys calling the testing facility, making sure that it is open the day that you want to take it, the exact times that they'll be open. The next thing I did was I double checked with my school exactly what I would be tested on and what they require for entrance into their RN school. For me, it was just math, vocabulary, reading, and grammar. Some schools make you do anatomy, physiology, physics. We didn't have to do any of that. So stuff I gathered to prepare for the test was this book. I got it on Amazon and I only read the parts that were pertinent to me. When you buy their book, you also have access to their videos online, which was kind of cool. The next thing I bought was online was this cool Hesi study guide. It's laminated. It's like this, front to back. And it really breaks down very pertinent information, like stuff that you will definitely be seeing on the exam, which I did, now that I look at it. Another thing that was super helpful for me was there is a Facebook support group for people that are going to be taking the Hesi A2 exam. It includes people that have already taken it, and a lot of the times they will just, they'll take the exam, you instantly get your results. So they'll say, hey, I passed my test, I had this, this, and this on it. So be sure to study these specific areas. So that was super helpful. The number one thing that helped me study and pass the Hesi A2, it's an app called Hesi A2 Pocket Prep app. I used it on my phone as well as on my computer. You pay a small fee, I forget what, I think it was like $10, and you get access to a large bank of Hesi style questions with rationales. If you learn how to answer nursing type style questions, that's like half the battle. So once I gathered all of my materials, I made myself a schedule for the month. The first week I would study math, second week vocab, third week grammar, fourth week reading comprehension. As you guys probably know, I haven't been in school for a long time since I'm a mom of 4. So I really wanted to make sure that I broke down all of this information that I haven't been exposed to in quite some time and really break it down into smaller parts and do it, expose myself to it every single day. So every day I would put my kids to bed and I would start with that pocket prep questions. Once I was done with the exam, I would read the book on the areas that I was having trouble in, and then I would just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Things that were hard were the pronouns, verbs, adjectives. You're tested heavily on those, and I really needed a refresher. So closer to the exam date, I made flashcards. I made flashcards with vocabulary terms that were pinpointed either on the pocket prep, because they do have a vocabulary section, or also on this Hesi study guide. They have like a word list that they use for Hesi. I made flashcards with those, and I just spent the rest of my evening after the exam, you know, the nightly exams, refreshing it with the book. Then closer to the exam, I would just use flashcards. I went into memorization mode as best I could. The parts I took were the math, which was 55 questions for math, and then I only had to take the grammar, vocab, and reading, which was in combination an additional 55 questions, and they gave me 4 hours to complete those. I think I completed it in like 3.5 hours. For my school, you need a 75% in math and you need an 80% in the reading, vocab, and grammar. If you don't pass these areas, you'll have to take both exams again, unfortunately, but it is very basic. It's not a hard exam, especially if you just got out of school. All of this stuff might be fresh and new to you. A brief study session, you'll be able to pass just fine. Someone like me that's been out of school for quite some time, I needed at least a month to really refresh my memory, get back into the practice style of questions, but I passed my first time, so that's good. So as far as the exam goes, for math, they went over a lot of decimals, ratios, percentages, conversions like liters to milliliters, gallons to quarts, cups to ounces. They want you to know military time, know your metric system. The way I memorized my metric system was King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And then I made a little table, I don't know if you can see it, a table like this. And that's how you memorize your metric system. You can look up specifics online. I found it on Pinterest, I think. Also know how to multiply and divide fractions. As far as the grammar, vocab, and reading, this actually took me a lot more time. Math was pretty straightforward and simple as long as you knew all the things I just mentioned, but reading, vocab, and grammar took a little bit more critical thinking and time to actually read out the problems. Things that were helpful were knowing proper spellings for words that are commonly misspelled, like there, they are, that kind of thing. You can Google commonly misspelled words, or you can refer back to the pocket prep because they really drilled that in their questions. Next one is know proper grammar. Nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, propositions, conjunctions. I totally forgot all about this stuff. So really freshen up on this. And pocket prep was a tremendous help, but also YouTube. If I can remember exactly the YouTube videos I used, I will put them in the comment section below. Okay, so these are my exact scores. I don't know if you can see without giving too much information. For reading comprehension, I got 88%. Grammar, 90%. Vocabulary and knowledge, 94%. So overall, for English, I got a 90.67%. And for math, I got an 84%, which brought my whole total for the exam to 89%. It wasn't a hard exam. You guys will do great. Just make sure you guys study and really take the time to freshen up stuff that might not be so fresh in your brain. So thank you guys for watching. If you like what I'm sharing, please like and subscribe. If there's anything specifically you'd like to see, please comment below, or you can find me over at The Happy Heart Nurse over on Instagram and let me know as well. Again, I just always ask that you be kind. I'm not an expert in any of this. I'm just simply sharing how I navigate working towards my dream to become an RN. I'm hoping that this is helpful to you guys. So just let me know. Thanks, guys.